We live today in an inquisitive world. The thirst for knowledge and passion to learn is at the core of our global society and drives us forward through innovation and engineering. At the base of all of this exploration is one key element: questions. Curiosity and exploring the questions we are confronted with is what allows us to explore and grow as individuals and as a society. In today's global and technologically driven world, what do we do when confronted with an issue? Most of us will take that question and go to the internet, where sites such as Google and Bing will process the question. What do we get in return? A page spewing as many results as possible at the user, actually gloating that it can provide X million hits. However, we believe this is not the best way to answer the inquisitive mind, especially for individuals who may have issues navigating the bombardment of results presented to them. Also, the exploration typically ends here. Once the question is asked, all current search engines do is provide answers, but do not typically provide any sort of element that leads to further questioning and exploration. As a solution, we have developed Socratibot, the search engine that doesn't spew hits at you, but instead converses with you to get you the answers that you want, and promotes further exploration or narrowing results by asking questions. There are two settings. One mode will ask questions that narrow the search results through subsequent questions, whereas the other will ask questions about related topics to promote exploration. As opposed to a typical search engine, our search engine engages in conversation with the user and provides a more natural feel. In response to a question, the Socratibot will do two things. First, it will process the question it is given and pull up pages that seem likely to have an answer. Then, it will scan those pages and use an algorithm to retrieve the answer. It will present this answer to the user, along with a link to the web page from which the answer was retrieved. The second feature is what makes Socratibot truly unique. As opposed to other search engines, which are simply providing answers to the questions, Socratibot uses an algorithm to ask another question back to the user. As mentioned before, there are two types of questions that Socratibot can ask: narrowing and expanding. In the narrowing mode, the Socratibot will take the initial question presented to it and generate a list of results. Then, it will use an algorithm to come up with another question that it will ask back to the user to narrow the search. At each page, the program will continue to provide results that it believes are the best matches based on the input so far. This will continue until the algorithm believes that it has a good enough idea of what the user is looking for, or when the user thinks that the results on the page have what they are looking for, at which point he or she can simply click out of the search. This increases efficiency in use of web searches because it does not provide unnecessary results, and at the same time the user can click out as soon as they believe the search has the results that he or she wants. Also, this removes the intimidation felt by overloaded results pages. The second mode, expanding, functions very differently. In response to input from the user, the questions asked in this mode ask about topics or concepts related to, but not the same as, the initial question. These questions are meant to promote further exploration by providing additional questions to explore that are similar to the initial topic that the user was interested in. There are many aspects that must be considered when looking at the practicality of this product. First, the target audience must be considered. For example, many people may want an amplitude of sites in response to their searches if they're working on something such as a research paper. Our primary target group for the expanding mode will be children who are just beginning to use the web for searches. These children are usually the most eager to learn and explore, and thus are more likely to continue to explore further questions when presented to them. Also, they may know that they are interested in a topic, but at their age may not know what further questions to ask to continue to delve into their topic of interest. This program provides a way for them to do this. Since one of the focus groups is children, there will be a very prominent Safe Search filter button on the homepage. Also, the graphics on this page will be slightly more catered to that age group. The target group for the second mode is more the general public, but in specific the elderly, or those who are not too comfortable with new technology. This program takes much of the intimidation out of web searching by making the user feel as if they are having a conversation with a person, and then providing a short list of sources. For the technical aspects, powerful algorithms must be developed that can decide what questions are appropriate to ask at what time for each mode. This may require the use of experts, such as brain analysts, a group that Google already employs. Since this project is very technically intensive, it is likely that this project must be adopted by a larger group, such as Google, who has the resources needed to complete it. This project is highly scalable, since once the software is fully developed and functioning, all that is required to cater to more people is additional servers. Accessibility to the product also should not be an issue, since once it is launched, it will be on the internet for everybody to use. Here is a video of another search engine that did something similar to the explorative version of Socratibot.
And how it works is you have some graphics, so the kids could just simply look at a graphic about music or animals or whatever the case may be, or soccer. So if we click on soccer, it says sports and recreation, gets us some hits, and then this cloud here is interactive. It puts up words that are related to this search. So this really helps with kids that can't spell. It will help them with the spelling because they'll see the correct spelling, but they won't type it in wrong. So let's say we're wanting animals. We click on an animal. Yes, we could go down and look through some of these results. results, and these results are also hand-picked.
However, our software is better in that it presents questions back to the user that are more dynamic and related to the topic, whereas topics shown here are very diverse. Also, our results, while not hand-picked, will still be filtered. This gives kids access to the whole web, not just hand-picked lists, while still keeping them safe. Overall, Socratibot is a program that will cater to the needs of those who may be intimidated by the way current web searching works, and will foster innovation in the curious by providing questions for further exploration. Thank you.